This week's fragrance is brand new from Christian Louboutin, and it is the new Christian Louboutin Loubicrown. Christian Louboutin just launched like 6 or 7 new fragrances. All of them have the most stunning visual as far as packaging goes. They have the red, super heavy glass base, but then each one has their own specific cap according to what it's called or what the inspiration behind the fragrance is. This one is Loubicrown, so it has this insane, super over-the-top crown cap, which is absolutely stunning to me. Like, this looks like it could be just decor sitting in your home, but it's also really cool because it says for traveling use only. They have a travel cap, so if you're going somewhere, you can remove the crown or whatever your top is and then just put the travel lid on and still take it with you. It's still pretty heavy, but I love that they give you the traveling cap option just to make it a little bit easier. And as far as details go, you have the signature Louboutin Red on the inside of the cap as well, and other details surrounding the crown. Visually, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. This is maybe over the top for some people, but this is everything I could have imagined or wanted Louboutin to come out with. I loved all the listed notes in most of them, but I have no place to go smell them or get samples from because I think some standalone Louboutin stores have, if not all of the range, but some of the range. And then it's on Saks.com, but I couldn't find a Saks near me that had the actual fragrances in store for me to smell. So I went with Loubicrown because the listed notes spoke to me the most, or it seemed like the one that I would for sure enjoy, and I wasn't wrong. The listed notes in here are super simple, which is weird to me because I feel like it smells so much more complex on me, but they are cedarwood, tonka, and patchouli. All three of which I love. Cedarwood, that beautiful woodiness, a little bit of green to the woodiness. Patchouli on me ends up drying down into a sweeter, warm, slightly herbal, just spicy, beautiful note. I love patchouli. And then the tonka is amazing. It's this creamy, vanilla, sweet, almondy, yummy, gourmand touch to the whole fragrance. All three of those together is a winning combo. This is a pretty potent fragrance. It's also very long lasting, like surprisingly so. And on me, I really end up smelling all three of the notes, but they're so beautifully mixed in where the cedarwood and the patchouli combine to form like this woody, spicy, sweet, slightly sharp note. And the sharpness isn't a bad sharpness. It just kind of is the perfect amount of sharpness to cut through it. So it's not just this overwhelming, overbearing, heavy scent. But on me, the tonka definitely comes like third to the patchouli and the cedarwood, where it just really mixes in with the other two, but it's not the lasting dry down note on me. It is not for the faint of heart. It is very intense. It is heavier. It is warm. It has weight and depth to it. I love Louboutin. I think all their stuff is beautiful, both fashion and just visuals, but I was honestly kind of anxious that this was going to be a massive letdown. Like, it was just going to be pretty much hype. It's not. It's a great fragrance. The Louboutin Red is the next one I really want to get. I got mine on the Saks website, and I ended up using Ebates when Ebates was like 10% cash back or something. So you can do that. You can wait for a sale. You can wait for Ebates because it is an expensive perfume. If you can get your hands on a sample, even better. But Loubicrown for me is a win. I think this is going to smell so good going into fall and winter, and especially at nighttime, even in summer. But I cannot wait to continue mixing this in with other fragrances. So far, my favorite thing to mix this in with to sweeten it up or lighten it up is other vanilla scents. Anything that is like slightly sweeter, a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit even fruity, that would work really well with the wood and the patchouli. In the opening, funnily enough, on first spray, I always get this blast of Tom Ford Santal blush. I know there's no sandalwood in here, but it is that creamy sandalwood, slightly sweet fragrance, but then it dries down into more of that woody, patchouli, sweet, warm, spicy kind of a scent. I am so happy that this is what it smelled like because, listen, this is an expensive perfume. This is not something to play around with. So if you want to try them out, I would recommend trying them or seeing if you can find a store near you that carries it and then smelling it. Very, very happy. Was absolutely not expecting to like this as much as I do, but I'm so glad that it's in my collection now. Leave a comment down below for me and let me know what fragrances you've been loving recently so that I have more suggestions, as always, to try out. But until my next video, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon. Bye!